Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Field Report episode 3 3/4. Um, I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I'm exactly going to do with Field Report. So that's why it's just 3/4, because I know tomorrow I'm going to film some AR product demos, so that'll make it 4, because originally all Field Report was intended to be was just straight up like product reviews from the field. But the engineer and me can't leave away screwing around with things at times. So this one's kind of, obviously, if you read the title, it's about AI and construction, and I thought it'd be kind of funny to do this with face detection program running. So what I want to talk about really with AI and construction is the fact that construction companies are really the ones that have the information. The startups don't. So what I mean by that is, sure, people, you can detect, simple things in photos, very obvious things. What material types are an obvious one: wood, concrete, steel. I mean, that's pretty simple. But it gets much more complicated to tell if a door is installed, if it's the frame that's installed, if the hardware is installed, if it's just the frame, if the door is in the frame, if there's no hardware, if there is hardware, is the waterproofing on, is it rigid insulation, is this caulked? All of these like little itty bitty things that are hard to, and there's not a lot of training data. And I hope to do a demo here in a week or so. I probably shouldn't put a date on it, just I don't want to. Um, Using some computer vision GANs to help show how a construction company can take their photos, which they probably have hundreds to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of photos, and take them and, for lack of better words, like turn him into kind of a Jesus movement where he had three loaves and 5 fish, and he turned it into many. Well, with modern computer vision techniques, a company can take their few photos that they have of something like waterproofing or whatever and generate many more computer synthesized photos. So I think the fact that a lot of, if you are a forward-thinking construction company, or if you know of one, I think a lot of them could turn out the next AI for construction software, especially when it comes to photography and videography, simply because it's their data and they own it. And for most startups, they either have to somehow acquire that data from you or figure out some unique way to get it. And detecting materials is like the first step, but as you can see, if you come from the industry, you realize there's many things that it's not just simple, like determining if windows have been caulked, if the trim has been put on the curtain wall, you know all of the things that come along with that type of work. um, the roofing, have we put the vapor barrier down, is the insulation down, is the EPDM down, is the tapered insulation down, all that kind of like industry knowledge stuff, and all the photos that the industry has that most startups don't have. And I think that a lot of forward-thinking construction companies can take advantage of that and produce some very phenomenal AI software. So if you got any questions, let me know what your thoughts are. And if you'd like to work together on a potential project, please let me know, and I'll be sure to publish the next GANs episode probably in a couple of weeks after I continue learning on Udemy.